What's going on, everybody? Welcome to my first impressions of RBM Studios, Gettysburg. Now, this game was gifted to me by Ray Rockwood back in July, so it's been a little bit. My apologies, and I'm very grateful for you gifting the game to me. I really appreciate it. Huge props to Ray Rockwood for that. I really appreciate it. Before we get into the game, we'll actually dive into the store page here. It's made by Hexes of War, and I think I've heard of them. And they only have one game, okay? So, and 116 followers, okay. I think it's made by one guy, so it's interesting. It's an indie game, and it has 93 positive reviews. Wow, okay. So it's good to. It's only $5. Dang, man. That is a good deal. Interesting. All right, let's take a look at it. I played it already because yesterday's stream failed. I don't know why. And I I started a new stream earlier, and Windows didn't detect my Bluetooth headset. Give me 1 second while I close the door. My daughter is loud. Okay, I'm back. All right. So, anyway, so it's made by one guy, Mark Herman. Looking at the game just right now, I'm taking a fresh perspective on a lot of things because to make games, I realize how much stuff goes into it. Just like little things. Like in my game, I did WASD keys, I mapped these keys, but there's line of sight. There's so much stuff that goes in the game. And now I realize why when developers are like, we need more time. I know why they need more time. So it gives you a good perspective. Alright, I am going to play as Union. The map is pretty small. And it feels very board game-ish. It's nice and smooth animation. I like that. That's the one thing I'm worried about my game is my game is going to it's literally going to go from Quebec all the way down to Florida and Atlantic Ocean, right? And if the Kickstarter goes really well, I'll have like goals, right? And if it goes past certain goals, I'll like add England and France and make the game pretty huge. But we'll see. There's a lot of work to it. I'm actually working on the hexes now and trying to figure out, like, I don't know how he got these hexes. He must have actually drawn these or maybe had an artist do it. I am trying to find, like, a hex pack, somebody that drew it already. But the game that I want to resemble mine, I'll make a separate video for that. The anticipation will build. Anyway, I have if you guys do want to chat, I do have the chat open here on my iMac here, and I'm on my Linux Windows computer here. So let's start it off. All right, so we got Beaufort here. I'm assuming that's the river, right? Yeah, so let's stay right there. Place HQ. Okay, I'm gonna put it right there. Place. Okay, cool. Movement phase. Heat changed to battle. So Heat is a division commander, from what I understand. Movement phase. Union player must move. I got 2 units. All right, I got Howard. And then, can I move him? Yes. Oh no, I can move only one guy at a time. Yeah. Infamous 11th Corps. No offense. Alright, and move. Alright, I can move my guys. I want Reynolds up there as quick as possible. Union may perform 8 moves Wow. Okay, that's a lot. Um, well, I want to go there. So let's just. Dang, I haven't been to Gettysburg in a long time. I'm just realizing that now. So one thing I'm noticing. Why is it only giving me that hex? That was weird. So Buford is a division commander. Heath is a division commander, but Howard is a corps commander. Can I split these units up? Okay, it's cool. You could put two units in the same thing. I like that. And I'll put my guy right there. The other thing that one thing I'm not crazy about this game is I don't see the height advantage. You know what I'm saying? The terrain aspect. 1905, 2005. I don't know what those means. I'm assuming they're just hex markers. Uh, but like I'm a, this is Seminary Ridge, so I know this is higher, right? So I'm assuming the way they're working this is anything that's light is like flat ground. Anything that's dark is hill, So that's the way I'm assuming they're doing the that. But if you don't know Gettysburg, you're just not gonna get that, right? So I want to put them here actually. Okay, I got no remaining movements, no more units to move. Pass. Yeah, I know. I have nothing else to do. All right, unit rules for last chance. Unit may conduct two attacks. Of course, I'm going to hit Reynolds. All right, so declare attack. Definitely got that board game vibe to it. Attacker stars +2. Defender terrain -2. That's always good. I like that. Let's hit attack. Declare artillery duel. Yes, I do. Artillery supports. Yeah, it definitely has that board game vibe to it. So obviously he got oh. So whoa! Does that mean that the whole core is gone? What happened there? What happened there? So a few things. One, it's a whole core, the first core, and I know Confederate cores are bigger than Union cores, right? Um, but a Union first corps should be able to take on one division from the Confederates and not be completely destroyed in that. I'm gonna pass. What's Reynolds blown? What does that mean? I wish the developer would put like eliminated or like first core destroyed. That would make it much more easier for me to understand. Blown units 1, so it doesn't seem that they're eliminated because it still says 0. So I'm assuming they're in some kind of like penalty box kind of thing, I guess. Um, put them here. But I would love. I mean, what? There's a few things this game is missing. Is one. Is you can't break up a core, right? And that's the trick of the Civil War or any 18th century or 19th century battle is to take your units and break them up, right? To attack the enemy flank. This is what Lee did in Chancellorsville, right? So I had a whole corps. Theoretically, I should have been able to break them up into, I forgot how many were in First Corps. I think 3, right? I could have hit him in the front, him side, and then hit him from the back or the side and overwhelm him, but I couldn't. So, do you want to pass? Yes, because I'm good. Alright, so we are going to move the Sickles Corps, which is 3rd Corps? Or is it 5th Corps? I forgot. That's how long I haven't been at Gettysburg. I forgot who Slocum is. 6th Corps? And you could tell that I need to go back to Gettysburg. I might do so this weekend. I don't know. It's always a good time to go. Player may move a unit. Okay. So let me right click on this unit. Oh, nothing happens. Okay. So I got all this unit has is K, which I don't know what K means. Let me see if there's it's a very basic game. I wonder how long it took them to make it. So I don't 4. Everybody's 4. I don't know what 4 means. Does that mean that's the attack value? I feel like there should be, at least in a board game, attack, defense, and movement value, right? And then depending on the commander, it's adjusted. So like everybody's the same. I don't know. The way my game is going to be done is, well, it's going to be very in-depth. This game I've been working on since literally like 20 years. I kid you not. I have the design document. It's been reworked and reworked and reworked. It's going to take the best of many games. Let's just give you that. There's going to be diplomacy. There's going to be everything. But the way I'm going to do units is similar to the way he's doing it, but much more detail. So it's going to have the health of the unit, what weapons they're using, the clothing, right? Because if you're in rags, obviously, that's going to affect morale, things like that. If you're using, and I already have like a whole chart of the rifles and, the muskets they were using during that time period. So I already put values for each. So like those kind of things, and then I have to get a whole list of all the generals and colonels and captains, and then assign values to them. So that's gonna be fun. But here, like in this game, I don't know what 4 means. I know that Sickles and Slocum are better than Howard. No offense to Howard. But like, what does I mean? K-I. See, 3I magazine, get it. I have to get a magazine to find the getting rules out? This must come with a magazine or something. So I must have like issued like a Civil War magazine and say, hey, make a quick game out of it. I mean, it's $5. It's not bad. But twin track, okay. Yeah, I don't see anything what K or I mean. If you guys see it, let me know. I feel like I'm Al Bundy because I keep jumping through the menus without fully reading it all. Yeah, I can't. Printed rules. Oh my gosh, that's a lot. Okay, so there's some printed rules. Okay, so entry letter. What's entry letter mean? Stars. All right, so I'm assuming stars and it says combat. Movement point. Ah, okay, so that means movement points. So one thing that they should have done is probably put like the ability of the unit, like the experience and stuff like that. There's a lot of rules for see like right here I can't tell the difference between like which unit, what's their health, like plus 2 stars equals 6 union. I don't know. The way I kind of interpret a game and the way I design my games is so you don't have to play a tutorial. You don't have to pick up like a a map like in a board game, right? I like the way I'm designing my game is like this is how easy it is to do, right? To move a unit, and it's just going to be like second nature. As Steve Jobs says, it's almost like moving using a kitchen appliance. So right now I got Heath. They're coming down this road, so I'm going to probably put Slocum north and take that high ground. Okay, and then I'm going to put, okay, that ends moves here. Oh, I forgot about early. Early was late. It's just an old, it's actually a quote from a soldier. Early was late. I do like that. Alright, cool. I have no more unit movement points. So we are okay. Yeah, there we go. Oh, he's coming down here. Battle formation. Oh. Do you have any other units coming in now? Yes, pass. Ooh. So 2 more divisions. So 3 divisions, 4 divisions. Jeez, they got like a whole corps here. Okay. Of course, are you kidding me? All right. So Early's attacking. Artillery duel. He won. And what? Oh my gosh, I lost another corps. That's the only thing I don't like is again, it's a whole Union Corps against a division of the Confederates, and they destroyed the whole corps. I don't know. Union may attack or pass, attacking by 2 opposing units. Okay. Thanks for the heads up. That is something interesting. I didn't know that. All right, but we're still gonna attack. All right, so attacking, flanking. So I'm flanking them. Oh, I forgot to put my charge my mouse here. Okay. So declare attack. Defender stars -3. This should be good for me, right? Oh, it's just not going to be good. Of course I want artillery support. Are you kidding me? Yes! I finally won an artillery duel. Blown. I lost the whole core. I lost 3 cores. I'm gonna pass. That's it? I was gonna withdraw. At least you can stay in the game. Come on, man. Seriously? I can't continue playing? I don't like the victory conditions for this. So the whole point is so the whole point of this is that the Confederates have a route to Washington, which wasn't really the goal of Gettysburg for Lee. It was to draw the Union out, and I quote, to draw the Union Army out into the open where it can be destroyed, right? I was going to pull back with Sickles and Reynolds to here, but it didn't give me an opportunity to even do that. And then, no offense, for the Union to be blown, it really doesn't. It really doesn't. How am I putting this? It really doesn't give me the opportunity to like that. How long has this been going on for? How long is this stream for? It is 22 minutes. The whole game was 22 minutes. And then I don't like the fact that my units are blown, right? Like I can't use them, right? And then I can't break them down into like from corps to divisions. I understand it's a much more simplistic game, but I don't like that. Maybe I can change the victory conditions. No, it's just basic. It would be cool to have like a setting where you can say, continue, but in this case, I wouldn't even, if the game's whole point is to have like a route, even with these small roads, and trust me, these are small roads. This is the main road. I'm trying to remember if this is even a road. It might be. I'm trying to remember. It's just then the whole point of the game is to not even move your forces to this side of the map. The whole point is to hold this, right? And then in that case, you have to hold all these and these hexes. So technically, Buford being up here, I should move him quickly down here, and then have Reynolds come up here and Howard, and then just form down here. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no point of coming up here and meeting the Confederates. It just takes away from a lot of the realism of the game, or even just semi-realism. And it would be really cool if, I think, in Hearts of Iron or whatever other game is, if you lose, you can continue playing the game. But I guess, yeah. There's nothing I can do. I don't know. I don't like that also the units are blown and they're out. Like I could still use those units to like fall back on those roads in a disorganized state, to hold it so I can still maintain it. I don't know. Um, I don't know how I feel about it. I think I think there's a lot of potential in this game. I think there's a lot of potential in this game. I do think that the developer needs to allow you to break up your cores into divisions because the Confederates have divisions, right? Add more things like configure units to let's go back to Union right here, right? So like right click on Buford, or I can't even do anything here, right? Let's place HQ, right? Okay. But like also being able to like right click and see Buford's stats, like his tactical stats versus Heath. You know, I don't see that. I don't see a place where that is. So I know the 2 stars means something. That means I guess they're a more of an elite unit than that. But that's a really basic way. Those are I think the movement points. But that is just too basic. You know, like if you're gonna do like a number system for stats, right? Do like 1 out of 10 or something, right? Or 4 out of 5, right? So Reynolds is like 4 out of 5, right? Howard would probably be like 2 or 3 out of 5, right? Do something like that, but then also add different modifiers, right? Like, I don't know, but also being able to break up the unit. Why does the Union have corps as the only unit, and the Confederacy has divisions? I know the Confederate corps are bigger. I don't know. There should also be size. I don't know. There's a lot that needs to be added to the game. Anyway, I just wanted to give it a try. I think it has potential. 2.0, I'm looking forward to. Hopefully, he continues developing the game. It came out almost 2 years ago, so I think he's done developing. I don't think he's making any more. C3I. Okay, so they made a couple other games. Rebel Fury is another game that he donated to me. Let's take a look at this game. Now this might be a little bit more in depth. I mean, I do like the maps also of Gettysburg. That map was cool. It was nice. And this map is probably even better, I would say. So you can see there's, all right, 2 here. There's a lot more going on. So this looks like to be version 2.0, but in a different game. Yeah, definitely a lot more. Interesting. All right, and then he has a Waterloo game. Didn't it say C3I or something? That's confusing. C3I. So you can get the whole collection for $3.99, or you can get one of the games for $3.99. That don't make sense. And then Waterloo. I don't know. I think it's too quick. Like the combat is way too quick. Is there even video? Yeah, there is. But again, there's not a lot of detail. It's like very, very, very basic board game. Very basic. Here you have some combat. And here at least you could tell that there is a river, right? And then that there is like weather, right? So like it looks like the games that he's making, they're just getting more refined. Combat charts, terrain effects charts, so there's a little bit more in each. Okay. And then this one you can have multiple units attack. Interesting. Okay, very cool. So yeah, like it's being more and more refined. So when was this? I bet you this is the most recent. Yeah, 2025. So I feel like RBM Studios 2026 game is going to be even better, right? It keeps refining the game, so that is interesting. Um, my game is not going to be doing that. My game is going to be tactical and strategic. It's going to take me 4, 5, 6 years to make. It's going to take me a little bit because there's so much. Maybe shorter. Maybe if I crowdfund it, which I will crowdfund it, I can get more developers on it and get it out within a year or two. You never know. But and then so you can get 2 games for $4, or you can get 3 games for $4. I mean, at least it's on Apple, Linux, and Windows. So that's one thing I gotta say. Um, but yeah, this one was the most basic of them all. It has 93 positive reviews, and I'm kind of surprised by that. I wouldn't say it's just enough to satisfy the grogs. Grogs is short for like Gary Grigsby people. And I can tell you, as somebody that played Gary Grigsby games, it doesn't have that kind of depth. Maybe it's after an actual RBS war game called Gettysburg, battle game. But I don't know. Yeah, for a quick, quick game, I wouldn't pay the $5. I would just go here, pay the $4, and get all 3 games for it. So that's just me. Um, but it's nice that there are indie developer games out there that are making games like this. So keep them coming. RBM Studios, keep them coming because I can see it's getting more and more refined. I'll try Rebel Fury tomorrow, and then I might even get Waterloo. But yeah, now I gotta get to my actual game that I'm gonna be building and figure out which hex tile set, because the tile set that I want to use is going to be about 400 tiles that need to be handmade, which is going to be not. I doubt the developer is going to charge $1 a tile. And the moment they go into like, all right, do $5 a tile, you can be like, oh crap. So I might use like a basic tile system, and then when the game comes close to completion, add in this new other tile system. We'll see. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoy this. I will catch you guys next one, and see you then.